Do you have an alter ego name? I need to know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the StyleShaker. I'm getting ready this morning, so I'm trying out a bunch of the new products that I just featured in an unboxing. Already done my brows. I put on a little bit of lotion. This is the Osea Atmosphere Protection Cream. If you want to watch the transformation, then stick around and let's get into it. Not dressed up. This is just what it's like. I've got my coffee, got my cat, got my camera, got the 3 C's, and my cleaner beauty, 4 C's. I should do something with that. This is the new crunchy primer. Creamier than most. It's not like a straight up gel feeling. Okay. There it is. We have primed. All right, so here is the new reformulated foundation from Crunchy. I have this in 3. It's a darker shade for me, but I like it because it's like an auto bronze to the face. The texture on this foundation has always been great. It's making me look a little Oompa Loompa. I can work with that. This 3 compared to the last one feels more like it has peachy yellow undertone. I feel like the other 3 that I have, I might be just totally making this up in my head, but I feel like that one had more of a cool undertone, which I prefer. Still, this worked so well with that primer. Yeah. Wow. I think that it could use a little bit more moisture for my skin. It's so dry right now. So here's what I would do. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Juice Beauty Tinted SPF, like a pea-size amount. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit of the Crunchy foundation, mix her together, and apply to face. Yeah, it needed a little bit more moisture for my skin. Just does. Has more to do with my skin actually, I think, than the product. Much better. I can just use my fingers and go, because you guys know I am a lazy makeup applicator. Blue nose. This is gonna go into that sort of one and done pile. Yes, I needed to add more moisture, but wow. Just a beautiful finish. Here, I'll get up close so you can see. There's no sitting on top. It evened out any redness. Also, sometimes I like to just let this stuff soak in for a second. It changes, it adapts, it meshes with the oils of the face. I'm making this up as I go, but I think it actually does that, so. I have 2 choices and options for concealer. There's the Zuzu and there's the Juice. I think I'm gonna go with the Zuzu, just to have a lower budget-friendly option. All right, let's give this a shot. Don't have to touch anything. It blended in very well. It covered pretty nicely. It's not heavy. It smells very weird. But I will look past that for now. This with no, wow, okay. This is a moment because this is going on seamlessly, which is very rare for concealers. Also, it's quite subtle. It's not gonna be your wham bam, like, let's brighten your whole face up. I could work and layer this a bit and build it. First impression here, like winning on my first impressions right now. This feels like it's gonna be one of my favorites. I'm gonna watch how it wears, that will matter. The lawn guys are here, so you're gonna hear leaf blowing. To be honest with you, it makes me feel like things are kind of normal. It's oddly therapeutic these days. It used to be really annoying. Now I'm like, humans, hi! I've never had a concealer soak in like this that's doe foot. I've had others do it that are just cream based, but well, I guess this is cream based, but woof. It's set. I'm just gonna use the angled brush today. This is the Sigma F35 and I'm using the 14E setting powder. I'm really going light with it. Sometimes I use my finger. Lately I've been using a brush because I've needed to go even lighter with the powder application. It helps me do that and I can drag it out in the shiny areas just cause. Why not? Just cause. I'm gonna line the eyes with the Alima Pure eyeliner in ink. I will do that quickly because it looks really odd when BRB. So I just basically do small swipes and then I use a little bit of a smudger. Wow. To make an imperfect line look like I meant to do it. It's about progress, not perfection, you know what I mean? Especially right now. You know, I've been working from home for a long time, so I'm very used to putting on makeup, but when I first started working from home, I wouldn't put on makeup, I wouldn't make my bed, and I have to tell you, it changes your psychology a bit when, even if you don't have to, some of you are going through some tough stuff, maybe you're not on calls or stuff for work, it just makes you feel like you're putting yourself together. It sets the tone for the day. Something small that I've done, and I learned this early on, like I would get kind of down if I didn't have my makeup on, even just mascara and eyeliner. A couple of things that I do just to keep myself in a routine feeling good, things like that matter during times like these. So I have a crunchy mascara. This is their Shattered mascara. Very excited to give this a shot. Here we go. Not using primer, I'm just going straight with the wand to the lash. This is cool. Already, first swipe, like this 10,000 times better than their first mascara that I tried. So I've been using the Plume serum now for over a month, and I can see a difference. It's not as big as I'd like, but lashes are longer and they look healthier. So I will take it. This mascara gets to build on that. Lovely. Little bit of lumping or sticking together, not clumping. Sometimes wet mascaras, you need to wait to get to this stage, them to sort of thicken up, get a little oxygen in there, even though I know that just makes it go bad faster, but sometimes you have to wait for it to get to this level of density, I guess, the formula. And this is nice right out of the gate. It's grabbing the lash, it's adhering to the lash nicely, thickening. You guys, this is actually so much better than their previous mascara. Crunchy, look at you. It sounds so condescending. Okay, second coat's a little iffy. Second coat is making the lashes go a little, I like a clean lash. Some people don't mind if they go together or like kind of attached together. I like them to look a little bit more clean. All right, so the second coat is quite telling. I like it. It looks a little messier on second coat. One coat might be just the thing. You don't want to overdo it on this one. After all, this is a first impression, so I'm learning as I go. But a nice little fluttery lash effect there. Now I know what that means. This is one of the best first impressions videos I've done. Granted, I haven't done a lot of them. Sometimes if the lashes hit the lid, which can happen early in the morning if I have like puffy lids, I'll just take this smudger and I will soften that and make it look like I meant to do it. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. I did it like that for a reason. That was on purpose. We're gonna do, wow, lashes, wow. We're gonna do a little bit of shadow. This is not new. I haven't used the Lawless One palette quite enough, I feel. I mean, there's so many colors on here. I keep this neutral because I'm gonna do a big pop on the lip. Time check, 20 minutes. I'm going to do like a shimmery base here and then a chocolatey kind of taupe in the crease because that's what I feel like. I'm gonna use the color Crushing, which is right here, if you can see. It's a champagne. Yes, I'm using my fingers because I like them. Just to start, I don't do like 800 steps for eyeshadow, although sometimes it's really fun. I just don't have the time today because I gotta get on a call. Also, I don't want to add too much color. I don't want to have like electric blue eyes. Although at this point my team is very aware of this channel and they're like, oh yeah, okay, she didn't look today. Just really kind of pat it on. Something I have learned. Really gets all over and covers. And after a couple of minutes, just, you know, it heats up a little bit and it melts in. I'm doing this a lot these days. I don't know. And then I'm gonna go into the crease with, this is tough. Steady Eddie, steady, because that's what I need right now. I need steady. I need people that are steady. I need people that are reasonable. I need people, wow. Terracotta Dream, whoa. Great payoff. Can you see it? Real gentle with the amount that I put on the brush or else it's like overload. Definitely was going for more of a chocolate, but this is now kind of a peachy terracotta color and I'm okay with it because going with the flow. I don't know about you guys, but I am really kind of monitoring how much news I will open myself up to every day. I find it has an instant effect on my nerves and I like to be informed, but I don't want to be inundated. So that's my new thing and I have to say it's really working. Again, I'm not trying to be a flamingo, but there's only so much I can hear about. I feel like just monitoring the amount we expose ourselves to is important right now. Just putting a little bit of a highlight shade here. This is the shade Casual. It's like a bone color. Oh my God. Keep it cash. The other thing I like to do at times like this, I live off of a few sayings. I'm going to use the shade Complicated right here, just to add a little bit more brown. I live off of these sayings I have for a long time. When things get very challenging or a bit of a gut punch in life, happens to a lot of us. It's happening to a lot of us right now. I like to use, they're almost like light switches or stop signs really. Stop the flow or circling of overly analytical or potentially negative thought and they bring me back, kind of. So one of those phrases that I have used forever, and maybe this is gonna help, I'm just blending it out now, is so now what? Seems kind of trite, a little bit simple, but I've relied on those 3 little words, and I gotta say, for me, it has helped tremendously. Like, this devastating thing has happened. Feel the feelings, give yourself time. I'm not a therapist, but this is what I've done. It really gets you going from dwelling to action. So I'm gonna do bronzer first. I use the Alima Pure Bronzer in Trinidad. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. The other phrase that I use after so now what is just for today. That's more of a surrendering phrase. I took a Reiki class, if you guys know what Reiki is, so I don't know, I'm all over the place. I love East Asian medicinal practices. And then I was an advertising major, so what? I don't know. It comes from Reiki and it talks about how, I believe it's a daily prayer. I'm not a very religious person, but I am spiritual, whatever that means. And I know that there's something bigger. And so I like using this at the start of the day sometimes when I'm feeling a little lost or maybe a little overwhelmed. So I will say, I did this recently after I watched CNN and it was hard. Again, informed, not inundated. I said, okay, just for today, I'm going to X, Y, and Z. And it can be anything that makes you feel lighter or better. So those are the 2 main phrases. So now what and just for today. You know, there's a time and a place for all of this. I'm very cognizant of that. I'm not just trying to give you quick quotes from Pinterest. I do want to share them. They're top of mind right now. So it's all about shifting the paradigm around an event, trying to do it as best as possible, knowing that we're human and that fear is a big part of who we are. At least there are ways we can work with it, I guess. And one of those ways is putting on clean beauty. It just makes me feel good. I'm going to add on top, this is another thing I've been doing, back to clean beauty, is you guys are like, stop talking about this stuff. Loose Mineral Blush in Blooming Nude. I'm obsessed with this stuff and it takes any bronze on my skin tone, it warms it and amplifies it without being shiny. This is really kind of the warmth booster. This is the warmth booster. Woo, I love it. A little bit goes a very long way. Ver, ver, ver. And now it's just complete the look with a lip. The new Honest Beauty Balm Blood Orange. One of my favorite flavors for sparkling water. Love these balms, love them. I'm a little bit barbaric when I put on lip stuff. People are like, I'm always like a gazelle. It's classic. And that's a nice little wash. If you don't want to go too bold, I wanted to show you both ways. But I feel like I need an up. I need to like spread freaking love. Red is the color of many things, but for me it signifies strength, also signifies love. You know how Beyonce has her Sasha Fierce? I haven't figured out my Sasha Fierce name. I feel like, I don't know. What do you guys think my Sasha Fierce alter ego should be? I just don't know. What do you think it is? Do you have an alter ego name? I need to know. I need inspiration, guys. The lipstick on top is Clove and Hallow Flaming Coral. It also helps the color chill out a little bit. Ah, that's it. It's done. The face is done. Okay, a little bit of lash fallout there. Let's take my cat ears off, even though I love them. I haven't gotten it cut in a while, but whatever. That's the finished look. There you go. Full face of first impressions. Foundation is sitting so nicely. The concealer is falling into fine lines a little bit. These are the things that I watch all day. And then I try it a couple more days. So I will keep an eye on all of this, see how well it performs. That's all I have for today though. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me and the full face of first impressions. I always find these fun. I feel like we get to have a conversation a little bit, which for me is a great thing because y'all are my favorites. So thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up to support the channel. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video like this. And I will talk to you guys real soon. Until then, bye.